down. But PSG.LGD's team fight is insane. And if they get just even by 15-20 minutes...
At defending their towers, but they have no tower damage. They need to take a fight before. Like having Fade Bolt and Stroke of Fate. Alright, hype it up. We might see a first blood.
Yeah, we're immediately coming in. Zero's trying to spin down Old 11 right now, but Old 11 making his way up to the high ground. Should be safe enough. And it's actually DY on the backlines who's in trouble. LGD will be able to draw first blood onto that Grimstroke. The Orb of Venom, the stick to heal up from the Quills, and the Orb of Venom to try and chase down some kills here as once again fighting breaks out. PYW getting a little bit low here, but his Fire's in trouble. He's trying to get DP away, but won't be able to do so. PYW getting low on the side, but they've got no chase to finish him off, and Xnova are actually in a bit of trouble. LGD, they've already lost one, but it looks like it's just going to remain one death for the time being. But look at this fighting down here. I mean, everyone's just lobbing spells at each other. It's a mess.
They're still fighting.
They certainly are, yeah. I mean, spells being thrown at one another. They're trying to bring the creep back over to the wave and have it push in a little bit as Oliver just continues to spam out these Quills. DY as well with the Stroke of Fate. I mean, the spam potential from both teams is really strong. This early point in Healing Ward from the Juggernaut should help out this tri lane a lot from Vici Gaming.
What is PYW at? He's just level 1 at the moment, planting some vision. I don't think we're going to see any kills stop
again. It's
right,
Juggernaut who's maybe in some trouble here as he's got the Inkswell on top of him, Stroke of Fate and the spin coming through, but they kill off D1 in the backlines. Will they be able to kill off Old 11? I'm not even sure he can. Slow down, stunned up. Urus doesn't stand a chance here, and he's just going to have to run himself away, but oh, thank you, PYW. Comes in with a Fade Bolt, finishes off the kill, but now Urus needs to get himself out, but unfortunately his entries are cut off, and Urus is going to be cut down. That's going to be a trade for both the cores in this bottom lane as a violent start to this bot.
Night Stun, you have Remnant. Not sure if that's going to be enough. Somnus is level 6.
Yeah, they're tickling him at mid, but yeah, I mean, both the Ursa and the Void Spirit tackling, hitting 6 here as they continue chasing Ori down, but Ori's under the tower and safe and sound. Meanwhile, they turn their attention to PYW instead. Next Nova coming in for this one as well. They're looking for the Rubik, and they're going to find him. A Resonant Pulse and a Remnant gets the kill onto that Rubik. So they turn things around a bit in the middle lane as they try to rotate, but Old 11 in the bottom lane also going to get cut down by the Juggernaut. When the supports are away, Vici Gaming take full advantage of the freedom down in bot and find themselves a kill onto that Bristleback.
11 needs to be more careful about that when they're making a move on a mid lane. Also, FY was not there, so he needs to step back.
Double
Once
damage
again, controlling these runes is crucial if Vici Gaming wants to snowball easy on. This is a good rotation. I'm not sure they're getting the skill. Yang has ulti.
It's a slow rotation, and yeah, with the Stampede, he's able to just run himself away really easily here. I mean, he's just so tanky that he's able to just chill. Got a Vanguard finished up now on this Centaur, so really wasn't worried at any point there. He was just chilling. I could pop the Stampede, whatever. Doesn't want to pop it too early and get caught out by a stun, so yeah, Yang just plenty of patience, and that's going to lead him to survive that engagement. Or he's up there as well, though, and starting to take some chunks out of the DK. I don't think the action's over up at top.
The reason why they picked Ursa so they can dominate the lane, I mean, Ursa is not getting any kills. He's still at top of CS, same amount as Void Spirit. Even Dragonite is on top at the moment. Like, killing Dragonite is going to be really hard unless they rotate this Ursa. And right now, Ursa does not want to lane against the Dragonite since he has Elder Dragon form on, so he's back to mid lane.
Yeah. Curious movement from the Ursa there, but kind of just responding to what LGD were doing, I suppose. Meanwhile, Vici Gaming, they're being bullied under the tower right now by LGD. This Bristleback, he's going to get spun though here with the Somnus jumping in the backlines, kills off PYW. Meanwhile, Urus trying to find the kill onto Old 11, will be able to do so now, looks over and actually catches Somnus with the Inkswell, but Somnus quickly takes DY apart. Urus on the run now, but it has to step forward.
Misses the step.
Yeah, it doesn't actually connect there, so missing a lot of damage, and now Ori turns up. The big scary bear is here to play. Urus going to tank the Remnant to allow Ori to try and get the steps forward to find Somnus here. Somnus, though, going to get lifted up, thrown back, Fade Ball down to him as well. Is he going to be able to make himself aware? Isn't Pulse helping him out a little bit, but he's running out of health. He's got so many stacks on him, 7 stacks. He's going to throw down a Remnant, running himself through the trees. Urus chasing as well. Spin is out with the slow. They will be able to bring down that Void Spirit finally.
Has that full Vanguard ready.
Spin once again onto Old 11, but it's not happening. And Urus just gets exploded. The Void Spirit comes down once again, looking for revenge, and finds it. He brings down the enemy mid laner. Ori dropped. PYW now under tower. I don't think you're safe here, my friend. He's actually going to get burnt away by FY.
On the Roche, let's say with a couple of points in the goo, that would be so big. Or just contesting the Roche. Top lane.
Well, both top and bottom right now is DY in some trouble, but up at top it's Chalice who's the one being beaten down here with the Ursa on top of him. He can rip through his defenses, but if he can find him, Chalice, nice movements through the trees here, and Ori does not connect with that slow. Chalice is actually going to be able to survive this one, and the Yang sees him again here, turns towards Xnova instead. He's still got that Retaliate ticking through, but that's about to run out. Meanwhile, Xnova trying to get away from Yang. Yang continuing to chase. It's bound to do spawn. Xnova should be able to make it there, but Stomp comes out. Yang's going to overtake him and gives him the double edge for good measure. Still continuing to chase his Ogre.
His armor by 1, he's still so tanky. He's only level 4 at the moment, even though they controlled both of the outposts.
Yeah. Cheeky kill on mid. They do commit the egg for it, but kill onto PYW.
Yeah.
Egg early on, you know, we already talked about what a pretty horrible egg game this is, so he's not afraid to throw it out for a solo kill here and there. He's setting up for something here. A lot of pings coming out onto Chalice. They know their target, and Ori jumps forwards, immediately gone, but gets Dragon Tailed up. Somnus on top of him as well, holding him still with the Remnant coming forwards. Now Ori popping that ultimate. I'm not too sure what they can get here. They lift back, throw back, but that's not enough right now. Somnus getting drained of his health, but he's still got the Astral Step to work with, and he's actually going in with it. Ori gets picked up on the backlines. They got distracted. Meanwhile, Chalice sitting inside the invis in the middle lane, but now the spin comes out, and Chalice is in trouble. I don't think... no. Urus predicts it nicely, and that is going to be Chalice dropped. Oh, of course, it's only the Shadow Amulet, so he can't move anyway, so pretty easy job there from Urus just to bring down Chalice. So, again, a trade, you know, who does this really favor in the middle lane? I'm not too sure.
Yang is just unkillable at the moment.
Yeah, he's huge. But, you know, they're just going to try and continue to pick up the sidelines here, and PYW will drop. Now the Stampede's being used, so they're looking for Somnus. They really want to bring him down. Omnislash's going to come out, landing onto Old 11, actually carried away by the Phoenix. Urus not really realizing where he ended up there, but Old 11 getting chunked away by this Ursa, by the Centaur. They'll take him down. The Bristleback is dead, and that is, well, oh, never mind. They find another return kill here from LGD. Now, Somnus can get himself out along with Xnova here. That would be nice. I'm not too sure. Well, actually, with the Phoenix slowing them down with a couple of spirits, it's too much of a threat. A couple of Gurus being thrown out the way of Ori. Old 11 feeling confident here. And they have got themselves a Void Spirit coming in, but he's actually going to get silenced up by the Grimstroke. And now Inkswell as well, changed nicely. But unfortunately now, with the Phoenix here as well, DY is going to get torn apart pretty easily. And Old 11's not stopping, by the way. Ori's actually having to pop the ultimate to get away from this annoying little hedgehog.
Even though it's such a shitty game for Phoenix in terms of using Supernova, at least level 1, like, he is on a big streak right now. He's not even committing to using ulti, just relying on Fire Spirits and dive to deal the damage.
Yeah, nice jump from Ori there as BYW on the front lines here. It's going to lose his life. He can't be that close to this LGD side because they just have too much momentum right now. And they are just shoving into Vici Gaming here. DY has to back himself up. Meanwhile, Yang's in some trouble. Stunned, controlled, being beaten down. This tanky Centaur is finally going to lose his life. LGD, they are feeling this momentum right now as they run down the middle lane and take a kill under the tier 2s. Meanwhile, Urus is just going to go for the spin, TP out. Nothing Chalice can do about that one. Does get a deny though. Fair analysis there, the cost. Fair analysis as Ori's having issues down in the bottom lane, and by issues I mean he's absolutely toasted. Meanwhile, DY has got to throw down the ultimate in order to keep himself alive here. Double Fable coming down as well, but that's about it. Meanwhile, the egg pops in the backlines, they're not getting much done, but the two heroes...
Mask of Madness to increase his farming ability and going for that death, so...
That's certainly not an issue right now, but maybe some point in the future. Meanwhile, PYW, he's going to lose his life in the bottom lane. The Rubik be dead, and the tower be heading the same way as well. Meanwhile, Omnislash coming down onto Chalice up in the top lane. Vici Gaming do manage to fight back and grab themselves a kill into the DK, but they've lost their tier 2 for this as LGD. They're just running at them, basically.
Need to push out the lanes and transition that into Roche. That's their comeback into this game.
Primary objective as Yang gets interrupted, trying to go for that outpost down here. Somnus now chasing. He's got himself a new Yules to show off to him, and this is Yang being beaten down. That Spirit Vessel doing so much work to cut through him. There's one dead Centaur. Not looking so tanky anymore, I gotta say.
That Centaur now.
Yeah, two amazing utilities against him. Absolutely right. As Somnus, he is not slowing down here. All gas, no brakes. Ori getting controlled up. Gonna get Yules up into the air. Chalice waiting with the stun. Sunray coming through as well. And they will be able to finish off Ori. The teddy bear goes down. Meanwhile, the backlines, they managed to get the leash onto 2, doing a decent amount of damage to FY, but DY is the one who's gonna lose his life for this one as Chalice just cuts him up. Right clicks coming through. Meanwhile, Juggernaut, oh, never mind actually. It's PYW who's gonna be the next hit list for LGD. A tough old situation here. Vici Gaming might have this one slipping away. They're trying to go for this. They're smoking on forwards. Yang leading the charge. He's got the blink, but won't be able to get it off because he's stunned up on the front lines. Now Chalice, they just come charging out at him. Yang, he's getting Sun Raid up. He's in some trouble. The rest of the team, they're going to get the Stampede off. They're holding together. I mean, Vici Gaming, they're backing off as one, but there's still a lot of catch to be had on the side of LGD. And Somnus, he finds the big one. He finds the Ursa. There's pings coming out all around. Remnants coming through, along with the Enrage to give him that status resistance, trying to get himself to safety. But meanwhile, Odd 11 almost gets caught up by Vici Gaming. They're looking for the response here. Here's with this new Deso coming in and trying to deal some damage, but it's Ori who's in trouble. Sun comes out, and Ori cannot do anything about it. Ursa is dead, as is DY. It's looking pretty damn good for LGD right now as they run onto the high ground, just cutting down whoever's in their path. PYW managed to get a stun out on Sumnus and get himself away, but Yang won't be so lucky as that percentage-based damage reduces the Centaur to shreds. My goodness, I mean, how much more can we say? LGD are just flying through this first game here.
You watched that cartoon. You're old enough.
I did not, unfortunately, no. Maybe Yogi Bear?
I don't want to cast with you anymore. Replay, please replace Nomad.
With someone
I thought he was a man of culture, not watching Boo Boo and Yogi Bear.
Meanwhile, the jump forwards, DY, he's going to get absolutely incinerated here. Ori heading the same way. I mean, he's going to pop the Enrage. Maybe he can make it into the safety of the fountain, but I mean, there is no mercy being shown from LGD right now. On the steps off their base, they are being taken down. Oh, dearie me. Double damage on some. And they're just going to call it. They just straight up call it. They are done. They are out. They realize that Ursa is just an absolute wet blanket, a moist towelette of a hero. Oh my goodness.